What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace from Madden.com, and today I'm going to show you guys the Day 30 patch notes, which is something that a lot of people were looking forward to, including myself, because we really wanted some of these changes, which in fact they did make. And there were a couple that they did leave off, but I'll get into everything in a second. First of all, I'm going to say that I'm not getting into any of the cosmetic or the franchise mode or long shot changes or fixes. This is going to be only around gameplay and head-to-head competitive, because that's what my channel revolves around. So let's get right into it. First, we have fixed the issue with players recovering a fumble not being able to be tackled. This was actually really funny. I probably only find it funny because it never happened to me. But for those of you who have never seen it, what would happen is a quarterback would fumble or something of the sorts, and a left tackle or someone would pick it up, and they would just run for a touchdown because everybody would bounce off of them. Like, you could not bring them down. So, very funny, but, doesn't need to be in the game, because if that happened in a tournament game or some kind of big game, actually any game for that matter, it's a little fucked up. Tuning to decrease hit stick and cut stick fumbles globally. I think this was a good nerf because hit sticks were being handed out like candy, and really, they need to be more earned. So I'm glad they made that change. This one's funny. Fixed issue with receivers assigned to a bubble screen running the incorrect route. This was the play I had on my website that I was charging for. It beats baseline press. Basically what was happening was the wide receivers would latch on to the deep blues and would not let the deep blues drop back. And the bubble screen wouldn't actually be running a bubble screen. He'd be running a wheel route. So you could take out the deep blues and then run the wheel route behind the deep blues, essentially, and you get a one-play touchdown. So that's no longer on my site. I took it off. So we now have a couple more changes. Fix an issue with QB could not dive. I never had that issue. We also have gun monster formation leading to pancakes. This was something that was very good for solo challenges. I didn't test it. Someone let me know if it's fixed. I'm not really a solo grinder. I used to use it when I was doing Gauntlet and stuff, but no longer currently using the gun monster. So here's all the visual changes here. Not going to get into those. Like I said, this first one right here is the headliner of the entire patch. Addressed many exploit blitzes that deal with quarterback contained players and locking the tackles. This was something that I feel like definitely needed to be changed. I don't blame them for having it in this game this long, because people are always going to find a way to manipulate the offensive line. But this was different than a standard blitz. Like, for instance, we have the nickel 335 Tampa 2 where you can send 4 and get 1 free. This was different. You would send 4, however, you would be freezing the left tackle, and he would just look at the guy going past him. It's a little bit different. There's a difference between this kind of exploit and a really good blitz. So I just wanted to keep that in mind. There was 5 or 6 setups I knew about, and I tried them all, and none of them worked. So I think that is definitely fixed, but you never know. People will cook up some crazy stuff. Bad ball hawk. I think this is just if you're holding Y for too long, or triangle, and they fixed that. Never had the. Just gonna go through a couple other ones that are pretty big. They fixed a really good blitz out of 3-4 under. Someone in the competitive scene was using it. One thing I didn't see was, I don't know if they fixed the chew clock feature, where you would go to chew clock because you want to waste time, or obviously chew clock, and you would have to manually wait the first time around. Like, it wouldn't immediately work. You would have to wait another play before chew clock would actually kick in. So I don't know if they fixed that or not. I don't see it in the patch notes. So that's pretty much the main changes. There was one thing that was very big that they left out of the patch notes, which maybe I haven't seen it, but I think they left it out of the patch notes. When you would get a pick, the camera angle would screw up the defender, where he would start running the wrong way before he can go towards the end zone. So that was a very big deal when it comes to getting pick sixes. It was very hard to get a pick 6 because, like I said, he'd originally be running the wrong way because the camera fucks everything up. So now he runs the right way. I tested it. However, one thing I did notice when I was testing it, I feel like there's going to be more dropped picks now because it took 5 tries before I could even pick the ball off. And these were going right into my defender's hands. And, you know, I think we're going to see a lot of dropped pick sixes now, or just picks in general. We'll see. That was practice mode. It might not translate to online, but that is something to look out for. That might be something that is cause for concern. And it'll be very frustrating if people can't get picks because those change the game. All right, so one other change, or I should not say change, one thing that they left out was baseline press. This is something that there's no excuse. This needs to be fixed before they even launch the game. Baseline press when the ball is on the left or right hash marks is a disaster. You still manually have to move guys into position because if you baseline press when the ball is on the left hash mark, your right cornerback is completely out of position and he will get beat deep. They still haven't fixed it. I tested it and it's a pain in the ass. I don't know how they missed this one because this is something that everybody's affected by. This is something that, like I said, they have no excuse for. Other than that, I'm very happy with the patch. They didn't really I don't feel like that they really made any horrible changes to the game, except for obviously leaving out baseline press and possibly all the dropped picks. We'll see about that one. However, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please drop a like. I'll be posting a tip video later on in the day. Please subscribe for that, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Later, not tomorrow.